Hello, welcome everyone to all my core workouters. This is the last one in the series, so this is a nice, gentle mobility and stretch workout. We're gonna sweat a little bit, elevate the heart rate a little bit, but not too much, and it should feel all good. Nice and easy, running on the spot here to start with, just to warm up your joints a bit, but there's mostly going to be very low impact. We're gonna be mobilizing, stretching, working our core a bit, working our butt a bit. So very nice. You'll enjoy this. You'll love it. And also a little bit of an au revoir, goodbye for this series. 45 seconds for this running, and then we're going into our animal move that we've practiced during this series, during this course. So start in bear position over your knees, and then do your best to fly and tumble over to one side. Go as much as you can with the space you have, and just try to have fun here. So don't contract too much. That's maybe one of the takeaways. Apart from, direction and orientation and fire in the core and everything that you've learned about stance and grounding and lifting and elongating, one other takeaway is that stay subtle, stay soft, stay relaxed. So the energy that, of course, we need to do all these movements. Now lie on your back, go into your leg stretch, and engage the core a little bit, but stay subtle, stay soft, stay bendable. So I don't want you to learn to contract and become shorter and harder, and toning and working out is not about becoming harder. There's so much more to it. It's about creating more blood vessels. It's about creating more reserves in your muscles. It's about becoming more energetic, feeling more alive, increasing your mobility, your range of motion. So this is all about so much more than just tension. It's also about relaxation. And so the big secret is to be relaxed and engage only what's necessary. And with those little secrets that I taught you about giving your body intention and orientation and creating length through the center, you will feel the difference. So I'm talking here all the way through, though we already changed exercise. We're going into the forward fold, bending the knee. And we've done a few other variations of this with the side bending and the knee bending. So if you feel like one of those ones is more appropriate, or you like those better now, you can simply do the side shifting or the bending one leg, stretching one leg version of it. You're all grown up now and pretty much experts of your core right now. So I'll let you do this a little bit on your own account, on your own responsibility. These crab lifts, just remember here that you're pointing ideally your fingers towards your feet and keep your shoulder girdle open. And check in here in what you really have to contract, what needs to be stable. Of course, the arm needs to be stable and slightly bent, so we don't want to lock into our elbows here. But the rest has to stay soft and subtle. Otherwise, you cannot do these movements and you will kind of block yourself. We're always working with antagonists, so one muscle and then its opposite player is having to contract and the other one has to release. And if you're contracting everything, nothing can release. And then you're kind of working against yourself and you're creating your own enemy within your own body. So let's stretch a bit. And if this is one other takeaway for your own workout, is to always remember when you're doing heavy lifting or heavy workouts that you include stretching in between. Either a little bit of pre-stretch, very dynamic stretch, a little bit of a faster one before you engage into heavy lifting or weightlifting, and a bit more of a longer, softer stretch after you've just pushed weight or lifted weight, just to remind yourself to let go, and also which muscles are tense. So the process of stretching is also like a check-in, how you're doing. Creating a little bit of energy in your glutes, legs and butt. Standing back leg lift. So keep your balance. You should be balance experts by now, so remember to ground the heel, outer arches, big toe mount, bend the standing leg a little bit, push the weight a little bit backwards, and then engage the directions of your upper body, tailbone back, crown of the head forward, lifting through the big toe. And don't forget these directions of your wings. Lovely perspective from here. So engage to the pinky fingers all the way to the sides. That's a great way to train your upper back. Silence. And then change sides. Sorry for this whistle, all the way in the silence. So go for the other side. Check your directions. Ground into the floor through the heel, outer arches, big toe mount, and then create those two directions with your wings. This should create enough stability. And then look for where your spine is. Elongate through the tailbone, through the crown of your head, and then lift with the intention of elongating through your big toe and lift your leg backwards. And then the cherry on the cake is checking in if you're contracting or if you're elongating. So don't get tense, get long, get light, creating space rather than contracting and becoming shorter. So here we go, a little bit of a stretch. You can either have this aesthetic one, so if you're feeling a little bit sore in your legs right now, you can simply go into your wide stance, feet are parallel, outer edges are grounded into the floor. Don't forget to ground the outer edges, outer heel. And then you can either just drop forward. What I love doing is to cross my arms and then just swing it. Swing from left to right, or if you feel like stretching a little bit, opening the shoulder girdle here, creating movement in your spine, you can do this twisting forward stretch with the spine parallel to the ground. So tailbone is shifting backwards, sitting bones are shifting backwards, and the crown of the head is shifting forward while trying to stay very soft and relaxed. So this roll up and dive, it looks so easy, but there's a few difficult things here. So we've done that a few times. So the first difficulty is the position of the knees. The knees tend to sag in to create a little bit of a pull inside so that the weight comes onto the inner arches, and this makes your arches collapse. So the first challenge is to push the knees out all the way so that the weight is on your outer heel. Next challenge is the mobility in your hip, because we are moving the hip forward and backward here, tilting our hips while we're moving through the spine. And with the hips open, this is not so easy. So try it anyway to make the movement all the way into your hip. Yay! Leg swinging. This looks relaxed, and we should make it so. So first of all, find your directions, find your stance, ground your leg, and find your orientation through the crown of the head. This should give you the stability you need to do whatever you need to do with the leg. You can leg swing, you can kick forward, sideways, backwards, as long as you have your center core and your center axis grounded and you know your directions, down into the ground through the heel, outer arch, big toe mount, and into the sky and ceiling through the center of your skull, then you can do anything. Try it. So this should be easy for you right now. And we're trying the other side. So same thing on the other side. Try the other leg. And don't just start swinging big swings, but give yourself the time to find your directions first. So the same thing. And you want to keep your ankle over your knee, over your hip, over your shoulder, and over your ear. So make sure your ears over your shoulders, drop your shoulders. And once you have your directions, become as relaxed as possible. You just need to tell your body where its orientation is, and it will align automatically. And then swing the leg, small circles, bigger circles, experiment with the circles. By now, you should be able to do eights and circles and waves, anything you want. And have another stretch. So after all this orientation and elongation, a little bit of forward folding. So this is releasing your whole back line. So the back line starts underneath our feet at our toes, then runs over the heels, over the back of the knees, joins at the height of our sacrum, runs through the spine, through the neck, all the way over the skull to your eyebrows. So that's our whole back line, and that's why I want you to drop your head and relax your neck as much as possible so your whole back line can relax. So nose towards the knee and the heels are pushing down. Wonderful. Side shift, a little bit easier than the dolphin waves, but still we have the challenge of where to put our knees. So remember, the knees go out, they're not falling in. So pull the knees out, keep the knees over your ankle, pointing towards the second and third toe, and you will feel it. You don't have to look, you don't have to check. You can feel it by where the weight is on your foot. So if the weight is on your inner arches, you're probably pushing the knees in. So pull the knees out, then keep the hips as low as you can, and then shift your weight left and right. Orientation here goes left to right, pulling through your pinky fingers. Oh, I love this one. So you can do this either with the hands behind the ears, or what I love doing is elongating the upper arm alongside the ear to create even more pull. So the upper arm can elongate alongside the ear to create even more pull. And this will also make it easier for you to create that direction. So if you imagine that your pinky finger is giving you direction, it's a bit easier to imagine than your elbow going somewhere. So you're elongating the arm alongside your ear, pulling the pinky finger to the side, and then pushing the hand back in behind the ear. All the while your knee is out, your hips are low, your navel is pulled in, radiating that core energy here from the center. That's very good. Having another forward fold. This is really just nice work to give you a good, yummy feeling about your body, about yourself. Don't tense too much. So this could be a great evening workout, a good slow down workout. Just do it at your own pace, and you have all these stretches to decrease your heart rate, to decrease the intensity. Those forward folds, they appease the nervous system, slow down your nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system gets slowed down. We're increasing the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to regenerate, to repair, to digest. So great stretch for the evening. And then Coming back up into standing, balance pose, standing quadriceps stretch. So slowly find your directions on one leg. Same here, crown pushes up, heel pushes down, and then grab your right foot and pull the knee back. So both legs are parallel, pushing the hip forward a little bit if you want to, but also remember your shoulders dropping, your chest is opening, your heel is under your knee, under your hip, under your shoulder, under your ear. Perfect. You'll never do stretches the same way again, and you never exercise the same way again as you did before. This is transformative. So the same side here, you can just cross the right leg over the left knee. And in order to give ourselves direction, I would like to engage the arms. You can bring them overhead. If that is too much for you, I also like opening them to the sides with the palm opening to the sky or ceiling so that your pinky finger is turned forward and the palm is opening. And this allows you to pull the arms out of the shoulder, pull the hand out of the elbow, pull the elbow out of the shoulder, dropping the shoulder on the rib cage. It's all about direction. That's why we're doing these big movements and big arm and leg movements. So come to the other side. Same thing, give yourself direction first. It's always a full body movement. Even if it's a quad stretch, this is a full body movement. So engage the whole body slightly and mean it. So what do you want to do? You want to elongate the whole front line of the body. Maybe even the front of the right leg, though the left leg is the one that's stretching intensely here. Pushing the hip forward, keeping both legs parallel, both knees on the same line, shoulder is pushing back, chest is opening. So if you're perceiving any movement as a full body movement, we always engage the arms fully, we're always engaging the full body fully, and we're always giving a whole body direction. So all the way into the tips of our fingers, into the tips of our toes, into the crown of the head. Then the whole body is engaged and knows what to do. And for balance exercises, this is actually the secret, that your whole body knows what to do. You stop wibbling and wobbling and bouncing around, because all of a sudden everything is set into position. And it does look so much better. It does look like you mean it. It does look like your whole body knows what it's doing in a directed and intended way. And this is what all movement is about. Perfect. One last stretch. And this is to open the chest. So this is an important stretch to counteract everything that we're doing all day in front of the body, like driving or computer work or working in the kitchen, cleaning, carrying babies or children, carrying whatever. This usually happens in front of the body and works on our pecs and push and makes us push the chest in and collapse slightly forward. So if you can make this chest opener just an hourly practice, or whenever you get a chance, just interlace the fingers behind your back, bend the elbows slightly to protect the shoulder girdle, and then lift those arms up. It was a pleasure accompanying you, and I hope to see you for the next series. Love you all. Bye.